She left home for a quick trip to the store and vanished. No note, no call, no trace. In a town where nothing bad ever seemed to happen, her disappearance shattered everything. Police began searching immediately, and strange clues started to surface. But the mystery would remain unsolved for decades, until the truth emerged in the most unexpected way. Welcome to Beyond the Crime, where we uncover the most mysterious and shocking real-life stories. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and join our growing family. Now, let's begin. It was the summer of 1985 in Glen Ellen, Illinois, a quiet, tree-lined suburb where people left their doors unlocked and children played outside until sunset. 15-year-old Christy lived there with her mom, 2 older brothers, and a sister. Everyone in town seemed to know everyone else. Christy was full of life. She had a big, friendly smile that people remembered. She loved being outside, exploring the neighborhood with friends, and soaking in the long summer days. At school, she was well-liked, involved in student life, and had even been elected vice president of her class. She was athletic too, playing volleyball, softball, and that summer she was balancing sports with extra classes. On July 21st, Christy came home from summer school at around 3:30 p.m. She chatted briefly with her mom, then decided to walk to the nearby store for a soda and a chocolate bar, one for herself, one for her mom. The store was only a few minutes away. Her mother expected her back almost instantly, but minutes turned to hours. At first, her mom wasn't alarmed. Maybe Christy had run into friends and lost track of time. Back then, there were no cell phones, no quick way to check in. But as the daylight began to fade, worry started to creep in. Her mom called Christy's friends. None of them had seen her all day. The unease grew into fear. Her mom grabbed her purse and walked the route to the store, scanning every yard, every corner. The store clerk, a neighbor who had even babysat Christy when she was younger, remembered seeing her around 4 p.m. She bought chocolate bars, smiled, and left. Nothing about her seemed unusual. By nightfall, the entire family was searching. Street by street, yard by yard, calling her name into the warm summer air. But Christy never answered. By 1:50 a.m., she called the police. Officers began retracing her steps. The store clerk remembered her coming in around 4 p.m. Happy. Nothing unusual. Other witnesses saw her too, but no one knew where she went next. Through the night, police and family searched the streets. By midday, a new detective suggested checking the shortcut kids used between the store and the neighborhood. A vacant lot with tall grass and a worn path. Walking the trail, something caught his eye. Hidden in the grass was Christy's. The medical examiner found 8 and evidence of an assault. They also collected DNA, but in 1985, testing was in its infancy, so it was stored. Christy had been wearing a pearl ring that day. It was gone. Police believed the took it. They searched pawn shops. Nothing. Witnesses who used the same path that day saw nothing suspicious. A family barbecue and a gas station were just yards away, yet no one heard a thing. Investigators believe the killer either followed her from the store or met her on the path, and may have been someone she knew, explaining the silence. They checked every man in town with histories. No matches. Months turned into years. In 1988, DNA testing became more common. Police collected samples from past suspects, all negative, except one man refused. Dana Henry lived near the field and had been questioned early on. He denied involvement but refused DNA, raising suspicion. A court ordered him to provide it. He was jailed for contempt until he gave in. The result? No match. Henry later said the ordeal ruined his life.
They never read me my rights, so I guess that means I don't have any. He says he spent about $50,000 on lawyers and ended up losing his house,
costing him his home, friends, and $50,000 in legal fees. Even after being cleared, some still believed he was guilty. A year later, another twist. A local man named Willis had been sending Christie's family tips since 1985, all false. After 4 years, the family got a restraining order against him. Police investigated but found no link to the murder. In 2000, the killer's DNA was uploaded to the FBI database. No hits. The case went cold for 30 years. Then, in 2015, a match. The DNA belonged to Michael Jones, a 62-year-old from Champaign, Illinois, 150 miles away. It entered the system after his arrest for domestic. Jones had a past. In the 1970s, he had women, served time, but was released early for good behavior, just 2 years before Christie's murder. He later faced restraining orders and more assault arrests, yet kept avoiding serious consequences. Detectives believe he may have been passing through Glen Ellen during one of his motorcycle trips. That's why his name never came up in the original investigation. When police told Christie's mother, she was shocked. She'd never heard of him. DNA confirmed the match, and in September 2015, Jones was charged. His ex-girlfriend described him as unpredictable, obsessed with crime shows, making detectives suspect there could be other victims. The trial dragged on until 2018. Prosecutors aimed for life in prison, but Jones pled guilty for a lighter sentence, 80 years. He'll be eligible for parole in 2095. Christie's mother thanked investigators, but pointed out, if Jones had served his full sentence back in the 70s, her daughter would still be alive. Dana Henry, the man once suspected, attended the trial, still haunted by what happened to him. He says no one from law enforcement ever apologized. 3 decades after that short walk to the store, the truth finally came out. But for Christie's family, and those wrongly accused, the damage could never be undone. What do you think? Could Jones have been involved in other unsolved crimes? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you know someone who'd want to hear this story, send it to them. Here's another mysterious case you can watch right now. Thanks for watching Beyond the Crime, where the truth is always deeper than it seems.